Hello everybody in Manipura. Just want to give you a quick little third chakra charge up and also release. If you're starting to feel like you're getting a little heated and you're actually in an angry state of being, not I'm just angry, it's that you're coming from it. I'm going to ask you to just kind of play a little pretend here for me. We're going to pretend that that's part of a door and that this little line here is part of a door, this one here. Okay, because my camera's here and I want to send this right to you. I can actually do it against a door jamb if it's not, it doesn't come out clear, but I think it's going to. You're going to put 2 feet on the ground. You're standing right in a door jamb. Here's my door, my make pretend. You're going to put your hands right on the edge of the door, right in line. Here we go, the third chakra. So I'm like drawing an invisible line. You're going to take a deep breath in. And then you're going to put your ground down, pushing the feet down, and you're pushing out. Pushing it out. Now, I think it's important to have something hard and firm to push against. I'm only doing this actually to show you that if you don't, you can dial in. You can also push against yourself. Use the sound. Push against your legs. Push against your sides. Got it? So I'm looking here for a little bit of solid. Here we go. I've got the ball. So now take the ball even. So you've got solid that I'm pushing on the ground. Push it out. If you have charge, if you have another person to come, ask them, could you just give me your hands? Even put it in front of maybe the chakra that you're feeling is zinging. But here we're working in the third chakra. Hands right here. Another person will come, hands to hands. Ready? Practice. Put your hands up against mine. Let's do it like this. Come on. Feet grounded. If you were to push me over, I'm not going to fool. I'm in my ground. If I wasn't, you could. Get your stance. Come on to the video. Patty cake with me, hands against. Just consider it a little thing that you're feeling shame with. For me, you ready? Fat Nat, the alley cat, sat in a rat. The rat went splat, and that was that. That was the song that my brother decided to make up about me, because brothers do that. But it was rough. And then the whole neighborhood sung it. And I look back in pictures of me when I was this age, and I was not this obese child. But everybody sung that song. And of course, Fat Nat. And then when I lost weight, then it was Flat Nat. I'm just saying. But that sticks not as much now. But it did. It really, really did. We build the body we need to survive the charge. And there were times I had extra padding. Gosh, I needed that hug. I wasn't getting it. I needed that protection. And now I can go back to that little part of me. And if I ever feel like, oh, I'm kind of eating a lot, I think, oh, what is it you need, Nat? Come on. You can enjoy and you can indulge, but that excess and the deficient. And I've shared with you in regards to eating, how we get nurtured, how I was nurtured, cared for, taken care of. Those blocks stay with you, this energetic process. But now when I'm in this place of need, shame, fear, I can hear myself. I can feel my somatic self. Not to think it out, to feel it out. So here we go. Hands together. Well, you know what? I've made a lot of work here, but with that song and all those kids who sung it, those bullies that were so mean, here we go. You ready? Here's a little bore. Take your hands against mine. We're doing this. And just create that tension. Pretend. Go ask someone in your living room to come do this with you. Push it out. Ready? Push. Push. Just keep pushing. I'm resisting. You ready? Get that out. Not in, out, out. Take the door jams. Sometimes where the wall comes in together, here and here. You can push just like this here. You could just you can create the space that you need wherever you are. You're at work, stand up, look around, find two corners where they meet, push. If you don't have it, get in your body, ground, flow. Let's say you're in a meeting, all these people, and you can feel it coming up. So it's like a little withhold instead of being like at them. Kind of just release some of the charge, some of the blocks that are coming up, so that when the roar comes out, maybe it's more of a purr and a meow. And it's appropriate for the anger that you deserve, that you're allowed to have at that time. But it's not from all of the stories, all of those kids with that song, right? It's not that. But I needed to get that out. And all the beautiful people that supported me when I was just broken and crying and screaming and really, really, really angry. Finally, to be angry. My husband said to me once, "Who is this? What did you do with my Natalie?" I said, "What do you mean?" He goes, "You're so angry. You can't handle her? You can't handle this? I'm not allowed to be angry? Well, get used to it. I'm angry. This is me. I never got to be angry before, but I was really, right?" Hannah, my beautiful, beautiful, beautiful best friend of a husband, said, I'm not afraid of her, and I'm not feeling like I can't handle her. I'm afraid for her because I love you. And I don't know how to help you. And I don't know what to do with all this anger. Luckily, I had enough support and people and a really strong relationship with an amazing partner that we got through it. And I didn't stuff it down and hide it and eat it away and throw it up and run away from it and bury it down. I got it out. And that feels good. So think about some of those old things, some of those old wounds, those old bullying ways. Maybe someone powered over you. Maybe you powered over others. And let's come and let's take that shame blanket and let's just drape that over here for a minute. And let's really kind of move through this and really think about what you'd like to pick up. We're going to put down that power. What held the power? For me, it was shame in this place. And it was built from all of these different parts. Shame of being who I was. I was too fat. I was too talkative. I was too weird. I was too this. I was too that. I was too nice. I was too kind. I was too this. And then when I worked through that, then I was too skinny. I was too pretty. I was too friendly. I was too perfect. Really. There was always the too muches. But I kept trying to figure out, how can I be so I can get what I need? Until I came all the way in. And I was like, oh, I can be me. Because I am enough. And I get to be here. And I get to be alive in all the parts of myself. And if there are times that I'm struggling, I get to ask for help. Or I get to ask to go slower and find myself and come in here. And I get to ask for help. And that one was really hard for me. And often people thought, she's good. She doesn't need any help. She's got it covered. That's Natalie. Well, I mastered that one. The third chakra is about mastery. So I had to really crack that open, ooze out. The people who were ready to see me could see me. And the people who weren't, that's okay now. I see that. Because I saw me, and I made sure the people I deeply, deeply need in my life were able to see me. And then I came in here to myself. And I knew I needed to go slow. So find that word. I need to be gentle and go slow with myself, because my will and my gentle, sometimes it's like a volcano of fire and power. But that can be trickery. That can be trickery. So I have to go really slow. And am I burning out? Am I burning up? Am I depleted? How can I come back in, but then not to hide so much in? Boundaries. So we're mastering something here. Let me know what you think that is for yourself. And don't even think. Feel. Start working and practicing where you feel it. And then if it's like, oh, I guess it is right here. When I feel shame, I'm going to do an old connection to myself. When I feel shame, I believe that I'm not enough. It makes me want to keep trying to fix it so that I can belong and not be bullied and not be abandoned and not be abused and not be neglected and not be too much. And then we move around, we do all of these releases. And then we reconfigure and we come back in. This was a lot of work for me. It's not as fast as I'm about to say, but that was an old story. I carry her still, and I hold that part of me, that 5-year-old willful self and shameful self. And I say, when I feel shame, I believe that I need to slow down. I'm overdoing it. I've lost myself. It makes me want to take a nap, go in the hot tub, go for a walk, rest, end the day, have a cup of tea, breathe, move through some gentle yoga, call a best friend that I love so much, sit with myself, journal, hug my husband, hang out with my kids, read a good book, and be with myself. And know that I'm enough. It feels connected to my self-compassionate love and my healing journey. I hope you practice this. Namaste to you. The lustrous gem, Manipura, golden light. Sit in the sun today. Sit in the sun and let that heal yourself.